Bobby Lattimore here with Varsity Sports Extra, here with Coach Johnson of the Brookwood High School baseball team. Coach, good to see you.
Well, glad to be here.
Coach, tell us a little bit about last year. You guys had a big year last year. You guys had a lot of kids who were young and that are coming up this year playing with you. Then you also had a good group of 8th graders that are coming up in 9th grade this year. So let's start off by talking about last year and how things went last year for you.
Well, you know, we started off a couple of years ago. We had to bring all the 8th graders up. There were 7 or 8 8th graders that we brought up, and they all had to play varsity. We didn't have but about 2 freshmen, 2 seniors, and one of the seniors hadn't played baseball since Little League. So I think we were 4 and 12 that year. Then last year we ended up 8 and 12, which means those 8th graders were freshmen then. And we did pretty good. We played real well in every game, and I was proud of the way they played. And then last summer, I think, was the breaking area there where we did real good during the summer and playing some of the K-Rose and Lee County and Bainbridge and those folks. Saw a lot of stuff there that I liked at that time, and we feel very fortunate to do as well as we did. So, but this year I think is going to be a real good year for us. You know, we got a lot of nucleus of kids coming back. A lot depends on how well the pitching develops and how well it comes along and how quickly it comes. We're expecting the 2 freshmen to pitch a good bit for us. We're playing about 27 games this spring, which is a lot more than we've been playing, and we hope to play again this summer in the Bulldog Brawl and the Wooden Bat Tournament that Thomas County Central puts on. So we're going to play about 8 games there, and so it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to it, and the kids are working hard right now, and we're trying to get ready, and hopefully we can win a region championship and see what we can do about trying to get into the state.
Well, no doubt, Coach, coming into this year, you are the favorites for the region right now, so no pressure on you or anything like that, is there?
No, I enjoyed that. That's part of it. We enjoyed that. You know, it's good to be picked there because we've been picked at the bottom for the last 2 years, so, you know, it's a big change, you know, for us to be picked up there to win it. Terrell Academy, I have a real good team, and Southwest Georgia will be pretty good with the driver kid when he's on the mound. They'll be a good ball club. But, you know, our kids are still young. We have 1 senior, so we'll have all of them coming back again next year. But we're not worried about next year. We want to have a successful season this year.
No doubt you will, Coach. We appreciate your time.
Well, thank you very much.
Coach Johnson here at Brookwood Baseball. We'll be back after this.
Bobby Lattimore here from Varsity Sports Extra. Excited to be here at Brookwood Baseball Camp with senior Ricky Esposito. Ricky, good to see you.
Yeah, Escobedo.
I'm sorry?
Escobedo.
Escobedo?
Escobedo.
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 Yes, sir.
Escobedo.
It's kind of hard, but.
I'm here with who?
Ricky Escobedo.
There you go.
I'm here with the senior Ricky.
Ricky S. Ricky, good to see you, buddy.
Nice
Look
to see you.
good.
Thank you, sir.
How's it going? How's it feel to be a senior this year?
Man, it's coming too fast. You know, I remember being a freshman, you know, and I would be taking the stat books. You know, I'd do anything to be on the team. I don't know. I'd get water. I'll do whatever you want me to do. But, you know, I'm glad to be here senior year. You know, come a long way. You work really hard, and, you know, God blesses you, you know. So, you know, you put it in his hands, and he does his work. So,
now, you made a name for yourself last year here as a junior, especially in this region. What do you expect this year coming out of here? Because you got you know, like I said, you got a target on your back right now. You had a pretty good year last year.
Thank you, first of all. But I mean, you know, you can only you only get out what you put into it, and you know, you can only hope for the best. You know, first thing, like I said, you leave it in God's hands first. You pray about it, and then you know, you come out here, you work off season, in season all the time. You know, in the weight room, in the batting cages, you know, long tossing, running, you know, when you put all those things together, you know, that extra work pays off. And I know it's a cliche, but I love to use it.
Oh, no, it's no cliche. That's the truth.
Yes, sir.
That's an actual fact.
Yes, sir.
You've done a lot of hard work, and I've seen you around here, of course, you know, Brian and stuff like that. So
Thank you.
I loved what you progressed here in the last 2 years.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about last year's team a little bit. Young. They had to call up a few 8th graders a couple of years ago. They progressed a little bit last year, but still, you guys were very, very young. Talk about last season.
We were very young, and you know, like you said, you know, not many people expect, you know, a young team to, you know, most young teams will just fall down and go, you know what, we don't have a chance. You know, as a captain, the first thing you got to do is, you got to get to your players' minds, and you got to get into them. My favorite saying is, it's not the size of the fight of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. And that's very true. These guys, I understand we're talking, we had me here talking in front of the camera, but I wish we had all the guys here.
Mm-hmm.
They work just as hard as I do. If not more, they've got something to prove. And when you got something to prove, you just want to go out there and get it.
Mm-hmm.
And, these guys, I'm so happy to be with them. And, I wouldn't ask for another team. I'm glad I transferred here. And, I just wouldn't ask for anything more.
You mentioned you were a captain. The reason why the good success of this program is because of you, because you stick a little foot in their behinds every once in a while and get them going, which is fantastic. Progressing this year, you lost maybe one or two kids from last year. Is that the guy? You lost a couple kids from last year, okay, yes, but now these kids that have played that were young are all now have gelled. You guys, what was really nice about this year is you guys got a summer together. How does that?
Yes, I mean, like I said, the more work you put into it, and that extra summer working out and, getting extra at bats, seeing more pitches, experience, getting more pitches, these guys have come a long way. That's all I can tell you, like I said, people think, just because we were a young team, we're going to lay down, but I can guarantee you, none of these guys out here want to lay down, and this year we're going to come even harder, and I guarantee you, we've outworked everyone out here, and that's a promise.
I know that guy.
I know that.
Hey, sweetie. Ricky, talk to me about some personal goals you want to have for yourself this year, and then talk about some team goals that you have for this year.
This year, obviously everybody wants to get their numbers up. Me as a senior, I want to get my numbers up and, be exposed so that, if it's in God's will, I would love to play at the next level. A little Hispanic kid from Miami, that's all we dream about, and, I'm just glad to come this far, and again, I've been hitting, we've been hitting the cages so much, being in the weight room and everything, and just get the numbers up. But the numbers, they'll come around when you've worked that hard as much as we have, and and it's not just me. I guarantee you, it's not just me. It takes the whole team, and these guys have been working, and we're going to show you guys, how we do it over here. And, we're just very blessed.
As I mentioned to Coach Johnson, you're the favorite in this region. You're the favorite really right now in your class, all the way up through the state. Is there any added pressure on you for that now, or is it still, you guys still maintaining a level head? I mean, how are you guys approaching this?
The way I think you should approach it is, if you come out and you play 110%, there's nothing else you should be giving more than 110%. I mean, the outcome is going to, happen for itself, but, you can't expect much more than your best. And that's all we can do, and that's what we are doing. And like I said, that's how we do things every practice, every workout, every game. We're going to bring it hard and, just hope for the best. And that's what's going to happen.
Ricky, no doubt, success all over for you. I mean, you when you walk, you look successful, you play successful, you play with confidence, and we wish you nothing but the best this year, because we know you're gonna have it.
We really appreciate it.
Right now, any colleges looking at you right now that you want to talk about right now, or are you still kind of?
Right now, I would like to, still, I want to consider my options, and first things first, I want to go to medical school. I want to become a physical therapist, whichever way gets me to become a doctor one day, whether it's baseball, academics, whatever the case may be. I don't care if it's knitting, whatever God wants me to do. Like I said, you put it in His hands, and let the chips fall where they may. But that's how it's gonna happen.
Well, there's some good colleges that have good medical schools that play great baseball.
Oh, yes,
and there's no doubt that any one of them would be lucky to have you.
Thank you so much, sir. Really
all right, Ricky,
that.
thank you very much for your time.
Thank you,
good luck
sir.
this year.
Thank you.
Take care.